The big test for your Trojans and Lincoln Riley, Key. What do you expect to see on Saturday?
Huge. Can't wait to lock this in, right? USC goes up to Corvallis, Oregon, favored by 6. I'm locking it. I'm taking it all day long, although I'm a little nervous given the history of my Trojans going up to Corvallis. You know, it's a tough place to play. You got a kind of like a 6:30 game. It starts to get dark. The mist comes in the air. It gets a little cold. May get a little foggy up there. This is Lincoln Riley's first time going up there as a head coach, so he doesn't really know this atmosphere. And they're both 3-0. And Oregon State has a really good football team. Their defense is solid and sound. The offense does well. Trent Bray on the defensive side, their defensive coordinator, does a tremendous job with that defense. One of the things that SC can't afford with our defense and Alex Grinch, the defensive coordinator, is allowing teams to capitalize when they get into the Oregon State to capitalize when they get into the red zone. The great thing about the defense so far through 3 games is they made people make mistakes in the red zone when they got there. It was almost like a bend, don't break type situation, whether it was false starts or whatever you want to call it. I like USC. I like the 6-point spread. I like the money line. The total points is high, so SC's averaging about 40 points a game right now. And so it's high. I would like to see that number drop down, keep our 40 up, but Oregon State's number drop down into the teens. We'll see if that happens, though.
So you would take the under, Key, on that one? 70 in the hook, you take the under?
I probably would take the under on it, though, Jay, to be honest with you.
All right.
Because our defense at some point has to play lights out. They just got to play lights out. They haven't played lights out. They've been solid. We've won games. We haven't gone up against potent offenses like that, prolific, you know? So we'll see.
Guys, you know, Kurt Warner responded to what we were saying in the last segment because someone
what you said.
But someone said the opposite of what I said. Now I have to correct the record on Twitter.
What happened?
Said he misrepresented on Twitter that I said that Dak is better than Kurt Warner. I said the opposite. What I said was, let me be very clear, and I'm going to correct this on Twitter.
We're talking about USC.
He couldn't help himself.
I couldn't help myself.
I saw it when he looked at the phone. He was not paying attention to a word you were
I heard
saying,
everything
Keith.
he said about the mist and everything in the USC. The point is, I'm going to do this before the end of this segment in real time. I said if Kurt Warner essentially could lose his job as the best player in football, it could happen to Dak Prescott. If he could lose it to injury, it could happen to anyone, including Dak Prescott, was the point.
Now you're going to have me go and start talking. I'm going to stay right with USC.
All right. Could Oregon beat USC and cause a mayhem moment for Keyshawn? Oregon State, that's what I said. This mayhem moment is brought to you by Allstate. No, just plain Allstate.
You didn't even read what Kurt Warner said.
Get protected from mayhem this year when you switch and save with Allstate. Guys, have you noticed, Jay?
This guy sees a squirrel.
Have you noticed, Jay? Yeah, I have instincts. That's right.
Instincts.
Killer instincts.
Quick hand-eye coordination.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jay, anyone in Jay's family who shoots a basket like me immediately, they get some kind of medical procedure to fix the hand-eye coordination.
Because my son needs to get ear tubes on Thursday, that's why.
Yeah, Jay was talking about Key, his son.
He wasn't running as fast as he needs to, Key.
I'm like, ear tubes because there's something. Basically, he saw his son and he looked like me walking around and he goes, okay, we got to fix this kid.
The equilibrium is off. We are not imitating Max Kellerman in my house.
Guys, do you notice, Jay, that Urban Meyer is following your playbook to get back into coaching? It is uncanny how Jay, the consultant, the PR consultant, came out and said, after Urban Meyer's all his problems, he said, this is how coaches do it. You took a step-by-step, Jay, how it was going to happen for Urban Meyer. So far, check.
So we talked about, number one, get your buyout, which you actually had leverage on the buyout, okay? Then we said, number two, step away for a little while. Take some time for yourself. Let other narratives start to fill the media's, mouth and what they say. Number three, do a sit down, which you pretty much did. Talk about what you learned. Talk about where you're going, Key. Talk about, this is how I would do it differently. And number four, get back into broadcasting, which obviously he's done. And number five, insert yourself in conversations. Hey, Nebraska's a really good school. And let people run away with the narrative and then become the next head coach somewhere. I mean, there's going to be opportunities that are going to come up, Key. No doubt about it.
Urban Meyer was never a good fit for the National Football League. If you remember when he took the job, it was like he's a college coach. I mean, it's not going to happen. It's going to be – I didn't think it would be a disaster the way it was a disaster, but I thought he would coach and he would just fail as a coach, but not as everything else.
Terrible.
But if I am Nebraska though, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna call his representatives, and I'm gonna say, hey man, would you come and just meet with us? Just talk to us for a little bit, and then I'm going to not let him leave Lincoln, Nebraska. Period. As much money as I kept giving Scott Frost, I'm gonna give him twice as much to come and coach the Cornhuskers.
All day.
I don't care about all the other stuff. I'm the athletic department. I'm the athletic director. I have no morals. I just want to win. Urban Meyer's available and he's a winner. I'm signing him up. Period. Look, my program has been. They screwed up when they got rid of Mike Riley for Scott Frost to begin with. Coach Riley was headed in the right direction with the program, but he wasn't a Nebraska fit. You know, it just his whole style was different. Urban Meyer, though, if they can get him, they should go get Warren Buffett and tell Warren Buffett, give him whatever he wants and get it done.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.